because many Vietnamese Americans, they don't know much about the court system. So for the position you are running, what kind of court system is this one?
This is a state district court, and it's county-wide. It's the primary trial court in Tarrant County. And what the type of cases that it hears are what are called civil disputes.
Oh, just
civil,
only.
Not criminal, not family law, but civil. And those are the kinds of cases where a person has been hurt and is suing somebody else, or perhaps two businesses are in a dispute over a breach of contract. For example, a dispute over a lease or some issue like that.
So everyone in Tarrant County can vote in this election, or there is a certain city only, or?
Nope, it's everybody in Tarrant County. It is a Tarrant County-wide race. So I'm trying to reach as many people as possible, but there are 1.9 million people in Tarrant County, and so it is really difficult for me to reach all of them. I really appreciate the effort and the ability here to talk and introduce some people to the court and to me.
What kinds of experience does one person have in order to run for this position?
Well, the types of cases that this court hears, all of these civil cases, the property disputes, the breaches of contract, the car accident cases, all of those types of cases I've been handling for 25 years.
25 years.
A quarter century. A quarter century I have been handling these types of cases. I've also got some practice being a judge for mock trials, pretend trials. But for 25 years I've been doing what this court does.
How can a voter can decide whether or not, how do they choose one candidate from the other? Besides the experience, besides the ethics, what else are the most important elements to help people to vote?
You've identified two very important elements. You need somebody that can get in there that knows how to do a jury trial, that knows what the trials are, that has a lot of experience. And I have that. I've been, and the fact that I have that has been judged not just by the people I've helped, but also things like the State Bar Association, which is the licensing body for lawyers. They've chosen me to help draft the official questions that juries have to use. I have been hired to teach other lawyers how to try cases. Another big law firm in town, when it got sued, it hired me to defend them. So the experience is very important, and that's something that I've got a lot of. Ethics is vitally important. You need to be able to trust your judges to do the right thing. And one of the things that I've done is I've joined an honorary honor society, and I've worked my way up to a master. And that honor society focuses on making sure that all lawyers are ethical and that we treat all the other lawyers and litigants and the people involved in the court system with as much civility and respect as we possibly can.
I see.
Other things that are important are to make sure that our judges are not intimidating, that they are not scary to people who are coming in there to try and get justice. We need those courts to be accessible so that we can run a civil society and not have people just fighting in the streets. We've got people that can come into court and not be afraid to get their disputes heard and resolved so they can go back to making a living.
I see. You hit the nail on the head right there. Many Vietnamese Americans, they don't cannot master the language. So sometimes language is not only the legal problem, it's also the language is another barrier when they go to court. In your experience, how do you handle that?
The courts will hire interpreters, probably somebody with your language skills that can do it. But we will hire interpreters so that everybody in the courtroom understands. And that's one of the basics of our nation, is to make sure that everybody understands everything to the extent we can.
I see. Why should a Vietnamese American voter select you instead of your opponent?
I've got the right amount of experience. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've got the right work ethic. I'm going to go in there and make sure that I am the hardest working, best prepared judge that does the most legal research to make sure that I am reaching the right answer for everybody. And I'm going to do it as quickly as I possibly can so that the trials and the lawsuits don't last for a really long time. So like I said, people can get back to work. They need their lawsuits resolved, but then we need our businesses and our people back doing what they do best.
That's true.
Earning a living, making products, providing services for the community.
Wow, you convinced me right now. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, Tom. I sure appreciate everybody's vote March 1st in the Republican primary. Thank you very much, Tom.